I believe I am live, and I hope you can hear me. All right. Okay, so let's begin by doing this, I guess. All right. So one of the things that really bothers me about the various command line tools I make is that they follow the Unix command line tool convention for most of the time, but one of the things the Unix command line tools has is a manual. So, for example, we can type man git. Git is something I installed to the computer, and it comes with this helpful page, menu page, and is time-honored tradition for everything Unix. So I want to, I guess, learn in this stream how to make man pages, and we'll start with the little tool tray that I worked on yesterday. Let's switch to the main branch, pull down things, look at old branches, and I'm just gonna do some cleanup here. CI update JSON 30. Okay, delete all these branches. Okay, so let's begin by try to add a page here. And I did some googling, and one of the first results that popped up is this, I guess, article written by Lars Wizerniers. Unclear when, how long this has been updated. Looks like it's been around for a while, so that's really good. I also really like the style of this website. But yeah, so this is a very helpful page, but on a high level, man page, a manual page, is just a text file, and the text file is in the 12 format, which is a very old format, short for typesetter rough. Okay, and history, blah blah blah. It's from the 1960s. All right. So we need to write a help page in this format. Now, there obviously are ways to not to generate this format from, let's say, Markdown or anything. If you look out there, there will be tools. I believe Pandoc even have this capability. But that's not fun. I don't want to mess with tools. Instead, I just want to take this head on because it's a text format. We can handle text format. In fact, I prefer text format over almost anything else. So let me just begin by check out a new branch here, and then we'll make a folder for it. All right, and then let's start. So the file, we would call it tray.1. I think .1 is the convention here. And the good thing about this is we have tons of examples. So these are some, and then I believe there are system ones, user, share, man one. Yeah. Okay, so 1 is the program's help page, which is what we like. Okay, so there's a thing called, let's just take some examples. So this is the easiest Let's take a man graph. I think graph is related to the ROF format somehow. Front end for the graph format, document format system, parsed according to the GNU convention. White space. This document. See, yeah, it doesn't matter what this actually is. But the good thing is, we can literally just open up graph.1 and see how that page we were looking at is constructed. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. All right. And yeah. And I think the man page we will need for Trey is very simple. So that's a plus. It's a good way to learn things, right? Yeah, so I think, I don't know. What is a simple man page? OS is not going to be simple, right? It's not. Actually, it's pretty simple. Maybe I can look for LS as the example as opposed to, and then we'll use that article as a fallback. Okay, that sounds good. All right, so I'm gonna open up user share man1. I believe LS is gonna be here. Okay, I'm just gonna open this up over here, and then we'll just guess I'll we'll just start like this. Okay. So there's some metadata, it seems like. DT. What does DT do? Okay, so let's, I guess, start little by little. I have no idea. Well, what happens if I just run manual tray? Hi, Beacon Trader. Is this my NeoVim setup? Well, this is terminal running tmux, and this is a new Vim session, and this is a new Vim session, and these four sections are pings in tmux. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I believe you can just do something like this. No manual entry. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? I need a way to know whether my manual is working. Manual. So this does exist, but if I run maybe like this. Okay, that's better. Reading man page, blah, 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 no manual entry for that. Huh. Well, let me just see if it's because of the content of the file. All right, so I'm just save this for that. Now, okay. So if it has valid content, it does work. That's good. That's great. Obviously, I don't need most of these. Okay. So let's see. So interesting, there's some date here. That is written at the top of the document. once. It doesn't appear anywhere else. That's fine. Let's include that. I guess right now is July 2020. August. Okay. Okay, so DTLS1. So where is this? Is this? Well, let's just take a look. So this value is written like this, and it's displayed as such. Okay, interesting. So it is definitely 1. Then we have a name here, tray, display, file system, content in tree diagram. Or maybe we should do tree improved. Or something like that. I don't know. Nice. Okay, so there's synopsis. Let's take some other examples of synopsis. So synopsis is literally the syntax of the command, right? So we already have that. Cargo run -h. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be something like this. What does F1 means? Huh. File. Yeah, I have no idea what, for example, OP and AR. I don't like this. Let's actually read something. I like doing things in from scratch. So I guess title TH. Do we have a TH in here? Not really. So this is already confusing. Maybe I should read some other examples, like user share man1 is getting here. Maybe user local share man get.1. Yeah, see, there's title in here. Maybe I should open that over here, right? Okay, we'll use this window for our own previews. Okay, see, this makes more sense because this manual is describing things that appears here, right? Whereas this documentation for iOS on macOS is using some syntax that I can't interpret. So let's begin over here. So I'd like a th, and then I like to say tray 1. Yeah, it's a little weird. For example, I have no idea why the date doesn't appear here, but assume this is what determines, for example, what gets shown here. Well, also, what is this date format, dude? This is too Kekona for me. All right. We're going to go a little international here and say our date is what is today? 5th. Okay. Then I think I'm going to assume these are the version numbers. Yes. Git 2.230 git manual. Well, let's try it. Tray, we have 0.23 \add 0. Well, our version is 0.3.1. Well, this is gonna be fun editing when I do releases, but okay. So does that give us anything? Yes. But weirdly, it's kind of messed up. Did I miss something? We have git. We have 1. Oh, I have an extra field in there. Okay. So there's the date, and then these are the headers. For some reason, it's the text is this, but it's shown like this. Okay. So there's some weird parser there that takes out the field and give them special meanings. Good enough. I have no idea what these are. Disable justification. I don't know. Skip all that, I guess. We'll start by having a section. So I'd like to look at some system ones just so that they look, I'm not missing like important, in case this third-party application ship with some quirks in their manual. No. Okay. Description, right? And then I believe there will be a section called options. I guess some people have options. Let's try FCFs. Let's see, what do they have? Yeah, they have options. They have a description, synopsis. Let's take another look. Git has a description and then options. Yeah, looks like options is also a common one. Okay. Good. Okay, I think interesting. So what I noticed is like this supposedly. Ah, okay, okay. Okay. I mean, these things look pretty basic, to be honest. I'm not sure why Git is not highlighting their thing. Instead, they're using I. But dash F, backslash F is supposed to give you like a section of formatting. And I believe uppercase B gives you bold. So I'm going to use that here. And then I guess you say FR. I don't know what R means. Using fonts. Let's see. In this example, right, they have this corrupt thing in synopsis. And then they... Oh, so this I can make tray bold just by saying dash B tray, and then the rest won't be bold. Oh, neat. Okay. But do I want this to be bold? What if I say dash I? Okay, now it's underscore. But why not bold though? Yeah, I'm gonna use bold. Okay, so that's that section. We can use some space here to separate out our sections. Okay. Now we do description. Again, we already have descriptions. What is SP? I don't know what it is, but I'm going to add an SP in each of my paragraph and see what happens. But also print and file, display file system content in tree diagram. Let's make it bold. I think this is the way you do it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I kind of like that the white space is ignored. I have white space here, but here there's just one line, joined line. Okay, so this is going pretty well, right? All right, so then we come to options, and I kind of just want to take this and put it here and then format it, and then we're done, right? And I know if I just look at it right now, it's not going to be... Well, actually, it doesn't look too bad, huh? This is unexpected. Options section. Options are perhaps the most tedious part of the document. It's the part where proper formatting gives the most benefit to the reader. There's a list structure. This is achieved by the TP command. Okay, so that's what I was wondering. And then for which is kind of magic. It takes the next line and does not indent it, and then indent the rest of the paragraph. This gives a nice indentation style that makes it easy to quickly scan even a long list of options. Okay, so if I understand that correctly, so I'm going to start with the TP, right? And then let's do this. I think we can do... I'm just going to try this. B R B. I think these ones needs to be backtick, 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 B, R. Then put this in a new line. And what does that give me? Okay, I dig it. I dig it. Although it's not how this looks, for example. I don't know, everything on Unix looks a little weird. I don't know. Let's look ffmpeg. Oh, nice diagram. Show me the options section. Yeah, so they do, generic options. They seem to do a new line, so I'll do a new line. The first unindented line describes the option, giving its name and indicates if it takes the argument out. If there are several names or option, On one, they should be on the same line, separated by commas. The one-letter option does not get the option argument. To keep things short. Name of the option in bold. Any argument is in italic, okay. But the equal sign is normal font, if any. Comma is normal font. Makes sense? But do I do this for all the options is my question. So do another TP here. And then format this guy. FB, FR, FB, FR. Cool. I don't know what it is about the aesthetics of Unix manual. It just looks nice. Yeah, I don't know. Can't explain it. TP. So I think the reason you need to put backslash in each of the dash character is the character minus sign and character, I guess the dash character is different, considered different in this I guess system. And if it's a minus sign, then it's guaranteed that it won't get line wrapped, broken up. So that's why when it's using this context, you should make sure it's not, it's quoted. It's considered, it's considered a minus sign. Okay, I think I'm almost done actually. Everything from this point on, it should be repetitive, right? Then FB, FR, B, R. And then this part, I believe, is FI and FR. And then for this description text, I need to move them all the way back here. And then they magically become one line again. That's cool. Maybe I should refloat the text, which is trivial anyways, right? Okay. Okay. TP. I'm sure like sometime down the line, I'll come back and open this file. I'll be forgetting all of this. Okay, I guess having manually repeated these formatting options definitely will help for that moment for when that moment eventually inevitably come. But it's, you know, it's human nature to forget quickly. Yeah, if you don't use something, you forget, you lose it, right? Memory works like that. If I write trough format documents every day, then I will never forget anything. Okay. To be honest, it's less bad than I thought, because like before the stream, I opened up some manual pages on this Mac, and what I saw is kind of scary. There are like many different kind of things that has two letters, a combination of upper and lowercase letters, and they are laid out in a strange way, like a sentence is splat over many lines and all that, and it scares me a little, right? But once you break it down, it's not that bad, really. So what else do I want to include? So it looks like notes, authors. Do I want all that, any of that? Maybe I'll include the author section. It's my reward, right? Doop. Author. I'll just include my website here. And then let's also include reporting bugs. I like that. Please file an issue at was it issues? Yes, issues. Okay. Should I make this look like this? No, like this. Yes. Okay. Give it a little modern touch. Makes you think you can click it, but actually it's a debate, okay? If you notice an issue, please file a report at, okay. Okay, this is good enough, right? I could include like the website for this, but what I think this link is actually has enough information, so I don't think anyone who's capable of understanding this line should have no problem finding it. And that could be it. Let's take a gander. So the main issue here, what I don't like is is the fact that I have to manually update this from time to time. Like one really nice thing about writing this in Rust, for example, is the fact that I don't have to update the version number anywhere except in cargo.toml. Right. Yeah, so because cargo actually surfaces the version number, this value, to the code that you're compiling. So in there, you can just reference environment variable. Yeah, I don't know. Also, kind of want this section to come first. All right, so I think I can check this thing, right? All right, so that's pretty cool. And that went really well. Now what? Now I need to figure out how to distribute it with the binary, right? Which means, like, for example, when we make a package, we make a release. There are all these packages, little packages here. And I believe today, if you just download one, let's say, go to here, and we just download this. Oops. Copy link. Download it, and then unzip it. Yeah, it's literally, it just splats the binary on the root level. But maybe the ideal layout should be something like bin, and then man1, and then inside is the manual file, right? Should be like that. Ignoring this part and this part. So this would be the content. Well, there will be a bin tray, something like this. Yeah, so this will be the content of the layout, something like this, right? This mirrors the Unix layout, right? So there's a user, USR. No, man is not here. Local? No. What is the, where is, share, man. So maybe this should be user share man. But like, it's also a little artificial because every operating system actually prefer the document to be in slightly different places. For example, if you install it through Homebrew, Homebrew has its own dedicated place where you want to place it, and then maybe symbolic link it elsewhere. And then if you install this on Ubuntu, Ubuntu has its own preferences. So maybe the simple thing to do is just keep everything still on the top level. And then, I actually like that a lot because I don't have to deal with awkward things like, create a bunch of nested directories and then throw the man page in there, and for some reason think that that's more legit than any other scheme, right? Yeah, I like that. Okay, so how should I achieve that, right? The packages are made by GitHub Actions, I believe. And here are a bunch of things that we do that I believe I stole from some other Rust programs. So let's just look at it real quick. We have a matrix of different environments, blah, 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 blah. Set release upload URL and release version. Okay. Strip release binary. Strip release binary, Docker ROM, blah, blah, blah. Build archive, okay. Right, I remember now. So there's this thing called staging. And staging, build archive is basically dealing with staging, right? We have a out dir, and then staging is, okay, so it's tray dash version dash target, okay. Okay, so I know that the -c option means treat this directory as the root. Yes. Okay, so let's actually go to this and run cargo build release. So this will build a release in target slash my target, my computer's target slash release, and then there will be this tray binary executable in there. And then so I mean, it's pretty easy, right? I know that CZF yeah, basically I need to know what the command is to add additional things into the archive. That's all. So tar, yeah, like I've done this before, as you can see. -c target release tray. Wait, target release is fine. And then dash czf. Let's call it tray dot gz. Right? And then so it created this tarball. And I'll unzip it. It has the expected payloading there. Okay. So now my question is, can I do this? And then manual. What happens here? So we still have this. And if I do xcvf, no. Just to make sure. So I ran this first, and then I run this second, and then okay. So that kind of, the second command overrode the entire content. So I need to know how to add tar add files. There's a flag. It's -r or append. Append, -- append. -r. Okay, let's try that. So instead of doing 2 of these, I do this first, and then I do tar-c manual -r. Oh, yes. Still need. Maybe? No. Append file rock. What is rock? File is this, and then that. Right. -r. Cannot append to a compressed archive. Yes, of course. tar gz add file. To pull file from your user, tar t tzf. Tar does not in place update files, so you can unzip it. Tar rf, and then zip it. That makes sense. That makes sense. So I should make the tar and the other file in there. Let me try. Okay, so make the tar. Still need to do the root directory thingy, and then I'm assuming you do cf. or just F? No, I guess CF. Oh, cool. So the Z does stand for zip. Okay, so that's how I make a tar ball, right? No, not this one. The other one. This one. Okay, so now I'm going to attempt to add the manual in there. So we're going to change the root to manual. And then I'm going to add R. Was it RF? R is append. And assume F is this, and then trade on 1. Ah, he didn't complain. Yes, now the tarball has both. Okay. Interesting. And then I do gzip. Huh. Okay. That's not too bad. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do that. So I'm gonna do this first, and then manual RF. R is append, F is file, and then .1, and then gzip staging .tar. Okay. And hopefully that'll work. Let's give it a shot. CF, no Z, and then we change the root append F, which is .1, to the right file name, and then we run gzip on the right file name, and then we assign the asset name to have the .gz. So this should work. Update packaging. I mean, I don't expect these changes to make any CI breaking effect. So probably should just merge it straight up, because all we did is add a text file and then change some CS script that doesn't even get triggered until we make a tag. But this does address one of my problems, I believe. Missing manual, yep, it's number 45. Let's reference that there. Cool. So I'm gonna merge this immediately. Well, I wanna maybe wait for one of these to turn green, which shouldn't be a problem. Merge this as soon as I can, and then make a tag and then inspect. So I can make any tag. So I'll make a test tag and then look at what kind of package gets generated under it. Make sure it has the right content, and then I'll go at least work on the script for Homebrew to make sure I can install that file. I mean, of course this works. So rebase and merge. Cool. Okay, now tag test manual packaging. So for any given tag, GitHub will kick off a series of tasks. We can look at actions maybe. Yep. And the task we're looking at is release. This initial task will kick off a bunch of other tasks. Yep. Each of these will generate a file. And I believe this task also creates the release page. Okay, so this is the release. We need to wait for those actions to finish and then just download one of the tarballs and see the contents is what we expected. And then I guess in the meantime, we can look at how to update. I think it's pretty trivial to do it, to add install for things like Homebrew. So Homebrew core, I believe. So when we do this, we get the URL, has a SHA, and then cargo install. I think it's I mean, cargo install means it's installing from. Let's look at ripgrep. It's cargo install. What about rg.1? Oh, they include a build in the directory. So they use a build script. Interesting. But for me, I think the build, since I'm not generating it, it should be something like just manual, something like this, right? Actually, it would just be something like manual something like this. I mean, I can test it out. Once the builds are finished, oh, okay. Apple Darwin, this one. Let's grab a link to it. Okay, and I'm gonna get a copy of it. Not this one. Run the SHA-SUM. Okay, so that's the SHA. Put the SHA here. Oops, I don't think I did. Okay, and then I'm gonna brew uninstall my local copy, and then brew install command RB. I think this will install the latest version. Okay. Actually, interestingly, I can, just for completeness, I can say this doesn't do anything. Okay. Then we'll run this. It's doing some things. Oh, it's installing Rust for some reason. Failed to download resource tray command. The request URL returned 404. I don't get it. Why is it downloading it from here? Oh, something has gone very wrong here. Oh, wait. I should provide the link to the tarball. I'm an idiot. The tarball is this guy. Whoops. Okay. Nope. I think I did the wrong thing again. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, let's try that again. Version nil. Aha. So maybe I can provide a version. Nope. Now it's trying to download some weird URL. I mean, I'm sure this is not a valid URL, is it? No, it's in the bottle. No, stop. I know what's wrong. Get rid of this section as well for testing purposes. Cool. So we're running cargo install, which will build the Rust project and then install it. Sorry about that. Okay, so it looks like we got it installed. Now what if I do this? Yes, now we got a manual. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's we've mission accomplished. I guess while we're here, I'll also go real quick and look at what was it? Sorry. Nix packages, maybe. I think I've pulled the repository last stream, right? So it's pretty recent. Okay, so let's look at the Nix expression here. So we're using Rust platform, build Rust packages. Okay, but how do I install my manual? Install man page. Release dir build rip grep out release dir. Okay, release dir. I guess I'll have to look at Nix. Oops. Okay, so there's a series of variables. I guess it's all here. For example, release dir would be target blah 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 blah. So I'm gonna assume that I can use manual. But the funny thing is I can't test that on this computer. But it does look like the current working directory is the root level of the source code. Right? Okay. What is being downloaded? Stop. Okay. So I need something like this for tray. Except all I need to do is manual tray. So this is why I really appreciate the Rust ecosystem. There's so many good established tools and to serve as example to look at, right? So like to support all this release packages, for example, don't know how something is supposed to be set up, you know, go look at how this other thing does it. All right. I'm gonna go test this as well once I turn off the stream and reboot the computer into Ubuntu or NixOS. Yeah. yeah, it's finally we got a short stream today, and thank you so much for watching.